Museum Sono Budoyo is located in North Alun-Alun of Yogyakarta. It's only 5 minutes from Malioboro Street. Before we enter the museum, of course we should buy some ticket. Here the price list: 5,000 rupiah for children, 10,000 rupiah for adult, and 20,000 rupiah for foreigners. And after buying this ticket, let's start to explore this museum. The Sono Budoyo Museum is one of the museums that manage and showcases artifacts of significant culture and scientific value, serving both as a tourist attraction and an educational facility. The museum consists of two sections, the old and new building. The old building primarily exhibits items related to pre-literate cultures, the influence of Hindu, Buddhist, and Islamic religion, and their associated cultures, traditional Javanese puppetry or wayang, traditional Javanese games, and much more. Now, let's take a longer tour and explore the new building. Upon entering the new building, we will see two different themes on the first floor. On the right is banqueting and event, while on the left is journey and transportation. In banqueting and the event, food and drink are a medium for expressing hospitality in receiving guests, establishing socio-spiritual solidarity as in the Selamatan or Thanksgiving ceremony, as well as exercising power and domination. See in a traditional ceremonies such as gerebek, and also on a religious table, office, which were influenced by European culture. In the travel and transportation section, there is a traditional transportation that the Javanese people used to travel, such as bicycles that are differentiated in terms of gender, and stretchers that are used for weddings. On the second floor of the new building is themed around performing art. Performing art are culture expression, a means to convey cultural values and the manifestation of artistic aesthetic norms evolving along times that are not merely served for entertainment, but they also used in royal activities and religious ceremonies. In this floor, various types of wayang puppets are presented, such as wayang klitik, wayang golek like golek menak, golek purwa, golek wahyu, golek panji, and wayang Cina Jawa like Javanese, Chinese wayang puppet. There are also various types of masks from various regions in Java and Bali, as well as a set of gamelan as part of performing art. On the next floor, we can see various kinds of keris and weapon in Indonesia. In Java, keris is not only interpreted as a weapon, but in ancient times, keris can also show the social status of the owner. Here you can also learn about the part of the keris and see other weapons such as spears, parang, mandau, and others. In the life cycle and fashion section, it is explained that there are several phases in life, such as birth, marriage, and die. Each of these phases, there are individual clothes that are used with batik motifs that represents the same. For men, use surjan, and that women use kebaya in their daily lives. To reach the 5th floor, we'll pass through this corridor, which is inspired by Taman Sari. This floor features an interactive attraction showcasing a video about Aji Saka. There is also a Lorong Waktu that narrates the story of Sultan Agung, the Giyanti Agreement, and the establishment of the Yogyakarta Palace. The top floor also features interaction attraction, with its main highlight are Jemparingan, which is a traditional archery practice from the Mataram Kingdom, and traditional Javanese children's song like Tembang Dolanan. In here, You can try playing Jemparingan, but experience it through virtual reality. You can also try modern game inspired by traditional Japanese children's songs, as well as play Engklek. And lastly, there's a exhibit depicting the philosophical axis, which is believed to represent as imaginary land connecting Mount Merapi, the Yogyakarta Palace, and the Southern Sea. This philosophy symbolism the journey of human life, and in 2023, it was officially recognized by UNESCO. So, thank you for following us in our virtual tour. See you in the next virtual tour.